So it's only right, bro.
Nappy.
You have to hit it.
May I?
You do.
Set it off.
Let's see what it do.
It's loaded.
I'm interested.
For the bubble effect.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what you could do it though. This ain't nothing.
Really?
This ain't nothing, man.
What's going on with this damn wheel?
I know the fans are
right?
yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Wow.
You gotta hit it through the mask. Let's see what you. Okay. It's going. Is it going through the mask? Oh shit. It went through the mask.
Bong talk.
Bong talk. You are now tuned in with a very, very special guest, a legend of the West Coast, Chris the Glove. How are you doing today, man?
Man, that bong was cool, but I'm about to jump right into one of these tobacco-free hand-rolled sweets that we got here.
Yes, real quick, let's give a shout out to our sponsors of the show, Shrubs, El Toro Verde, Plain Jane, and the man who has sweets with them right now. So talk about that a little bit, bro.
So Sweets is a hand-rolled tobacco-free blunt with a glass tip, right? So don't hit it too hard because the airflow, it's like hitting that bomb. You know what it is. It's a giant glass straw. For instance, did you know that if you drink alcohol through a straw, you'll get 20% more inebriated than if you drink it through the glass?
I did not know that.
Yep, we do studies,
Fun fact.
Fun fact, man. This is you in the R&D development department right here.
Yes, we're in school.
Right? But you know, this bong talk, let me use your lighter, bro, because I can't get
It's
mine
a nice lighter.
Yep. So we're powered by Nug. Shout out to Nug. We're in 6 Nug stores all in Northern California. Shout out to all the people out here that are smoking this beautiful sweets. It burns straight. We have videos on how to light it.
So how do you light it? You lit it pretty perfectly right now, but what in the video do you show?
So normally when you light a blunt, you should rotate it the same as a cigar.
Oh, okay.
Like clockwise or counterclockwise, but spin it as you light it so that it gets even. Because it's similar. We're in a cigar life. You in the Bong connoisseur life.
Yeah.
Caviar life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's the only way to get down. But that's the thing. It's a blunt, but it's not tobacco.
Exactly.
Remember that. This is a tobacco-free zone. I'm not saying you can't smoke anything like that, but as of right now, with me and him, it's a tobacco-free zone.
Absolutely.
It's a tobacco-free zone.
It's the only way you can sell cannabis in the blue tag legal metric era.
Right.
If you want a blunt, it's going to be hemp. So this is basically weed wrapped with weed, brown. So it burns slow and straight. 25 minutes. You know, it's hanging around 25 to 35%, depending on the, we do good. They only $20.
And how many stores is this in?
We're in 13 stores now. We just added a new store, which I would name them, but we haven't delivered them yet, and the delivery has been almost 3 weeks. So I'm gonna keep their name off right now, but we're in Cali Kosher, all of their stores. We're in all the Nug stores, and we're in a few deliveries up north and a couple of Dr. Green Thumbs. We're in Dr. Green Thumbs Humboldt, bro. We sell weed to those guys.
Right.
Okay, they like our stuff. You know, we a LA company.
Yeah, I'm already knowing.
That's like imported beer.
It is. And two, if people don't know, this man, like I said, is a West Coast legend, one of the originators, if you did not know. Since we're on the topic of weed, you know, you're a part of the Chronic. Yeah. You're the foundation of marijuana almost for hip-hop culture. So, you know, elaborate on that a little bit, if you may.
It's cool to be synonymous with, like, now, trust me, we weren't smoking. The first blunt I saw was when we were doing the Chronic. Bushwick Bill brought.
R.I.P.
Bro, Rest in peace,
Yeah.
brother. He's still alive. As soon as we mention him, that means he's here.
He's here right now, Butcherville.
Yeah.
Stranded on death row.
Yeah, when we did that, he brought them blunts through. I didn't know what that was. We would joints, licorice papers, beaties, all kind of different kind of ways to try to. But that was the first blunt, and that's when I knew that I didn't like tobacco too. That thing made my eyes pop. It's like extra paper, less weed, more niggas. Get it? That's what a blunt's for. More people pass. So what we did was, me and a good homie of mine developed this and came up with a method of tobacco free. We had to go through about 50 different wrap types.
Right.
To find the ones that, there are harsh ones and there are some that are not.
There's most definitely harsh wraps. I've had a lot of harsh hemp wraps in my life. When I smoke those hit smooth. Those hit smooth. People don't want to hit it though because they think it's a blunt.
Yeah,
so,
because that's okay.
It's okay though.
For you.
It's all mine. Yeah.
And I've learned that the backwoods people, they like backwoods, so they cool too. But we all right, man.
Right.
And it's a, I mean, of course, if you had more stores, you'd sell more and
yeah,
be
most
rich.
definitely.
But the cool thing is, I could go somewhere and get something that I smoke with a glass tip. It's not a stuffed joint cone. It's pre-rolled. You can burn it. You can replace it just like this when you don't feel like. Oh, there go the boss.
Put that.
Poof.
Damn.
Not plastic.
And the smoke don't come out of it.
Nothing. It's gone.
No smoke out the top.
Get
the
it
top.
And roll out. I put this right in my pocket. These are fresh. This one is
right.
But that's the whole point. So I developed this. This was something that I wanted to do. I went to this meeting with some gentlemen. Shout out to Freddie Sage and Rare Burp.
Oh, shouts out to Freddie Sage. I did work with Green Holdings Group. Shouts out to those people. Shouts out to them. Yeah.
Business. Yeah. So all of these people, Green Holdings, right?
Yeah.
So they took me to a meeting. It was incredible. I went to this print shop where they actually bought 2 of the printers. There's only like 10 of these in the country. They can actually print money.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you my stickers when we go to the house so you can see what I'm talking about. They look like money platters.
Right.
So on this table, they had hundreds and hundreds of weed packaging products. Like, how you go to a session, you see all of this stuff.
Yeah.
All this packaging up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these lawyers and these guys, these weed men and stuff, they were going through looking at the packaging and trying to pick which was the dopest. And I looked at a few and I stood back. And my buddy was like, "What's up?" And then Freddie walked over and said, "What's up, Glove? You're not really checking it out." I said, "I just know my product, I don't want to end up on that table. All of that stuff is trash. That's the stuff they throw away. Like, everybody smoked the weed and threw that part away."
It's the stuff that they brushed off the floor type.
No, it's this. What it came in. But it was plastic, it was tacky, it was paper, it wasn't this. Mm-hmm. So I said, you give a person this, they not throwing it away. They putting other stuff in it. Mm-hmm. I know people that keep tips in those and they clean them. Or people that clean tips in them, or they just, it's a glass. So we're going to start doing a return policy for the glass. Like, you can bring the glass and the tip back and get a percentage off on your next blunt.
Okay.
Because we California, bro. We want it to be...
Yeah, biodegradable.
Exactly.
We want to recycle.
We're going to go to hemp, but everybody likes the glass tips, but we're going to go to hemp tips eventually.
Mm-hmm. We want to be health conscious. California is very green. Just like what he's smoking right now.
Right, baby boy. We were born here. So, back to the chronic.
Yes.
The whole point of it was... The reason that album was called The Chronic was because Dre told me that he wanted something to be able to say that his record was dope without saying it's a dope record. So we didn't want to call it cocaine or heroin. It just came up to chronic. Mm-hmm. That's dope. It's dope. It's not, it's weed, but it's dope weed.
Right.
So that's what the title was. It's like, it ain't no song on there called The Chronic. We got a song on there called The Roach. We not rapping about weed. It's just party. Mm-hmm. But The Roach is a song had to do about weed because the album called Chronic. Right. So kind of got caught in it. But me, I hadn't smoked weed. I had probably been contacted.
Yes, sir. So talk about the new music that you got going on, man. Like, there's a lot going on with you and Tony.
Oh yeah, Tony Hasboon. Shout out to Tony Hasboon, the collection, and Tony, my partner. We doing this project, so he came along to help me. I decided to do my life story, the music part of my life,
Right.
in memoirs in a comic book form, because I got so many things that don't have documents behind them that I say I did, and people say he claimed to. So I decided to tell my story in an alternate reality. That way, over here, in this alternate world where I come from, everything is concrete fact.
Right.
In other words, it's a comic universe. It's a regular world where music is king and all musicians rule, like that. From back in hundreds of years, Beethoven was the king of England, like
Right.
not the king that's there, because he knew how to get the music to work to get people to vote for him, and that's what we learned in this reality. So we took over. Berry Gordy was Quincy Jones was the first black president, not Barack Obama, and Ice-T was his vice president, and they needed the young rap vote. So they got that. And then, but it turns out that the vice president is the power figure in this other world. So it tells the story of how my music comes about by, once Dr. Dre becomes president, all his music is state secret. So now they got to talk to me. And I'm in this agency, like a spy agency, bro. Like, it's crazy. You got to see the comic. But the soundtrack, I have Tony is in the comic as my transportation specialist, and he runs a whole nother Dominican Republic Secret Service. It's fun, man. I mean, and we got the music to go. So the first thing he says is, we got to talk to Glove. So Tony gets me out of the White House, and I tell him, you got to follow me. You can find me on IG, bro. I'm out. I'm going to Dominican Republic. And so that's where I'm rapping in Spanish, and it's a fun thing, bro. I'm really just a character. All of this music I'm doing is a character from this book. So shout out to, we got a song out now called Sigamay, dropping on September 24th, or if it's out now, if we already airing. So stream that on all formats.
Right. Chris the Glove, Tony Hasboon's the company. So being a producer, you started in 1980. What exactly? I don't want to get it wrong. 1984?
That's my first, well, 1983 was our first release with Breaking and Entering.
Right.
Like February, we was on a soundtrack. So,
okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like early.
It was a minute ago.
Yeah.
It was a while ago. So you did that in the 80s, and then you did everything in the 90s. You did things in 2000s, now 2010s. Now we're in the 2020s.
Right.
It's a lot of different decades, a lot of different phases. So what are your thoughts now currently of just the new producers that you just see and what they're currently doing?
So, like, I would tell you, man, I just want to preface it with, everybody has their own opinion of music, you know, whatever. It seems to me like I got a lot of guys in my age bracket that seemingly unhappy with music the way it is. Like, I don't concur with that thought. I remember when I was 20, making a new thing, the music, and we were yelling over it, and they hated it, and we couldn't even go in some studios. We weren't even allowed to go places to record. We had to figure it out. And then, like, parents, like, I recorded a guy, CJ Mack, his first record, right? He recorded the demo in my patio because my mama wouldn't let me let the gangbanger in the house. So I had to put the microphone outside, and he busted it. And I recorded it inside of my little 4-track, but that's
right.
It was that. My uncles was like, it's like selling dope. Like, but now the dudes who went through that is talking smack about the young guys. That's not cool to me, in my opinion. But for me, honestly, all the music I think is amazing. All the tracks. Some of the vocals are different. Like, they can be, I could say that about, look, bro, I don't like all of Run DMC's records. I don't like all of Rakim's records. Just because he rapping it don't mean it's dope. I'm sorry, but I might have just ruined somebody's life by saying that. But Tupac, every song he did, he didn't even want those Machiavelli songs out posthumously. They was garbage to him. So, like, you know what I'm saying? It's music bad on all ages. To me, I'm always been a new music guy.
Right.
So it's some trash, I'm sure, in people's opinion, but for whatever reason, but not me. I just think it's either not my cup of tea or is. There's no such thing as trash music. You put too much work and love and heart and soul
Exactly.
into your whack beat for a dude to say it was a whack beat. You got to give more than that. You can't just.
You have to elaborate.
You can't. I'm not telling nobody their beat is whack. The motherfucker might cut my throat because I said that shit. Never. I don't believe in whack music. It might not be something that I like or something that I feel I love it, but it don't sell. Or I don't feel it was. I did singles. My records are Foam Tap. I worked on G Thing, Dre Day, Doggy Dog World. You know, these are singles people know. You know, so the other songs, what they call them, album fillers when I was coming up.
Right.
I'm not really an album filler guy. I don't even listen to the radio.
Right.
But I listen to Big Boy because he plays Foam Tap.
Yeah.
I like to hear my music on the radio. I'm sorry, y'all, but if y'all had a song on the radio, you'd like to hear it too.
Most definitely. But no, it's amazing just to see the new generation and just the older generation combine and just see the love from it. Because like you're saying, sometimes you see the hate in it, or maybe just, I wouldn't say maybe not even hate. I think it's just uncomfortable or just a misunderstanding. They just don't understand it or
It's
willing to Yeah.
That's it. Our music is this. Go yell at the guys who you like. Go get Q-Tip to make a new beat. How come you ain't making no new music then? I'm mad at the new music. Go get Dr. Dre to make something new. And, they'll comply, man. Jay-Z, these guys make music still. We make music every day. All of us.
And I appreciate the artistry. I appreciate you for what you've done for hip-hop.
Thank you.
There's just a lot of music that you've done, and there's a lot of things that you will be getting credit for and people will know about, or if y'all didn't know. But thank you guys for tuning in to this Bong Talk episode. I just had D.Will. I just had my man Chris the Glove. Legendary producers. Please look them up both. I also want to give another thank you and a shout out to my sponsors. So once again, thank you guys for tuning into this. I'm Nappy 2000. This is Bone Talk, and I'll see you guys soon.